I talk about all the sound healing and frequencies. So that's what I do by day. I'm a music teacher, also a sound healer, using our own voice for our own healing, learning certain sound frequencies that resonate with our organs. So learning which sound frequencies for which organ, and I can help people do it and produce it themselves. And apart from that, I just teach people how to sing, because I'm singing for 30 years now, and I feel I'm a bit of a voice specialist, so I can understand listening to a voice, what exercises can make them open their voice or fix their voice to be a better singer, because I think everyone is happy if they can sing a little better than they do. So I have these simple exercises, and I have workshops called If You Can Speak, You Can Sing. And I also teach Indian classical theory, music theory, how it was conceived 10 centuries ago as a healing music mechanism, as a healing music source of knowledge that one can use to treat their problems, their diseases, and unblock certain areas in the body. That's why diseases happen, when you get blocked in a certain area of your body or mind or heart. And using techniques of meditation, complete focus, and then using your voice, your listening power of intent hearing and listening, one can learn to produce these sound frequencies which can align all the organs around your spine. That's the Om Shanti Shanti. So Om is a universal seed syllable for the third eye opening. But if you just say Om in a normal frequency, it might not work in the frequency that actually Om is in, which is normally it's said it's in the 110 hertz or the multiples of it. In English, it's the key of A. And if you play A and you sing Om with that, then you will automatically notice this part of your brain starts to vibrate. And what is there in this part? It's all your clutter, all your noise. When this gets cleared, then the third eye opens. What is the third eye opening? Essentially of you realizing that we just need to be in the now and not to think about the past and the future and worry ourselves. And so if this one syllable Om can give you so many realizations of this, imagine the power of the rest of the mantras, or it's called a bija mantra. Bija means seed and mantra means an repetition of an utterance of a certain sound in a certain articulated word format. And when you say that again and again with a sonic, musical melody, the effect of that repetition starts to have effect on you. People have gone into hypnosis with mantras. People have released their pains and traumas by chantings and things like that. So it's not just the words, it's also the sound, like the sound, the frequencies that you use are very important. The utterance of it, the perfect articulation of the words are very important, because it creates vowels, it creates all this, like we were talking about cymatics, it creates all these patterns in your cells after, once you create those sound, words, in other words, mantras. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma I really feel my ears have become very, very sensitive, as I have been, training since a very young child age, where already as a child you're very sensitive. You're picking up things, with what you see, what you hear very easily. Your organs are very pure at that stage. So I started at that time. So I feel now I literally hear like the spectrum of sound, like right from here till really far away. I can hear bees, I can hear birds, I can hear the dog, I can hear the crickets, I can hear the cars, I can hear the wind. I hear I could almost hear your heartbeat if you were closer to me. I have so many different kinds of avatars. So I used to have a psychedelic rock band in Paris for almost 10 years. And right now in Goa, I have, chosen some musicians, and we have an outfit called Tritha and Friends. But I used to have an outfit called Tritha Electric with two fantastic French musicians, and we travel the world with our psychedelic rock music. I was wearing a sari and playing the electric guitar. And then I had another outfit called Tritha and Martin, which was with a sound healer. And he had a handpan, and he was doing Mongolian throat voice technique, and like the Tibetan monks, Mongolian monks, which also is like sonic healing mechanism. So with my raga knowledge and with his knowledge, kora, he was playing the African kora. We released an album called Elements of Existence, around the 5 elements: earth, water, air, fire and space. And when people listen to it, they've told me it sounds like music medicine. So I tell people who are not feeling good in their life, mentally or physically, to listen to the album. And I also had a woman empowerment and gender equality collective called SPACE, which stands for Stop Patriarchy and Choose Equality. And this is an outfit I had in Delhi. We started with 2 women, me and my best friend Ritika. And then we went on to 18 women, and we were singing, dancing, speaking, rapping, designing, posters and, visual art behind us. And we were going around places in the middle of parks in Delhi and singing our songs of freedom and singing our songs of our much awaited equality and our human rights as women. And then we were also supported by the LGBT, so it wasn't women empowerment anymore, but it became gender equality. And it's a much needed social issue to be treated and just fixed. And I was also invited in America in 2016 by the US State Department, and we did a residency around using music for social change and bringing community together to realize issues that needed solving, with 25 other musicians from different parts of the world, and everyone working on some social issue of their own country, and we were into discussions of this. It's called One Beat, and I recommend also other musicians to apply for it. And right now they're doing a virtual thing. It's like a fellowship. So I'm very happy to have got a lot of opportunities to share my music, not only my music but also my human, messages of being normal, being treated with respect and dignity, and also choosing music as my expression, getting spaces to express my love and my art. And this is what I also recommend to every single soul. Don't do anything out of obligation. Do what you really sincerely want to do, and you shall see the whole universe will come to support you. And this is my feeling and my experience of my own life. It's very tough, Indian classical music, but I had 15 years of straight training of this discipline. And then I had different gurus from the 12th century tradition called Drupad and 16th century tradition called Khayal. And right now I also mix all these traditions with contemporary music and genres like jazz, like rock, like electronic music. I have some songs on techno tracks and Psy house tracks back, playing in Ibiza and Berlin. And I have lots of my music on Spotify and YouTube and things like that. So I want to continue this because I feel so much freedom and beauty in this. And my present passion is to bring the message of sound healing to people. And not only, like, I'm the person who can tell you that internally you can vibrate, because sound is a vibration and I can help you vibrate and give relief to your organs, but there is also external um, sonic therapies that happens, whether you go to a gong ceremony, whether you go to a bowl ceremony where you're passively receiving all this vibrations, or you have machines sometimes. So I'm trying to work a sound healing center with a friend of mine, and hopefully everything, all these knowledge of Indian, Western, esoteric knowledge, spiritual knowledge, with all other yoga studies also can come together. Scientific studies of sound will come together, and we will, be able to present it to the world who need the healing. Hopefully every single soul will understand that sound is a beautiful power of healing and a source of healing, because they also realized, maybe the religion, the spiritual people, that sound is such a beautiful power. It brings community together. It cleans your aura when you come into a space, and then you just listen, and when you go out you're feeling happy. Like, why? When there's no sound you don't feel the same. You might feel a little more calmer after getting out, but when there is a song, when there is a hymn, when there is a bhajan in a temple, you feel literally elevated in your spirit and you go out. That's my definition of spirituality, which is elevation of the human spirit. And you don't have to touch all those medicines that give side effects on your body and mind and heart and depression and all that. We have ragas, which are musical scales which cure depression, which cure insomnia, which cure hypertension, which cure insomnia and bulimia and anorexia, and all these things which are human mental issues which become psychosomatic manifestations in our bodies, with our intention and with this peace that if you believe this, anything, if you believe, it works. So if you believe this, this is a much better passive and like treatment of your own body with sound. It's not harmful at all. I respect my audience, I respect my listeners. They believe in me, they trust me, so I have to give them something beautiful. And when I'm a performer, I'm also performing with grace and with beauty, and because everyone has given me their time to come and see me, to listen to me. So I give that. In India we call it shringar. So we do shringar. Today I've done shringar to present all this, for all of you. So it's like that. You have to have respect for yourself, for your own knowledge, for your own existence, and then others will have respect for you. So sound is my power. Its voice is my strength, and it has given me the wings to fly all around the world. I'm so lucky. And I will keep being committed to this path, and hopefully it answers your questions. Thank you for this.